Rise of Skywalker just came out, a movie I largely disliked and had so many thoughts and criticisms about. Yet, for some reason, for the first time in the history of this channel, I'm not interested in talking about it in any way. I just don't want to share my thoughts. Honestly, I just look at my feed on all social media and it's just littered with Star Wars articles, videos. This trilogy has kind of just crushed me. It's so unstructured that it makes it clear that there was no through-line story ever in place. And I just don't care about it anymore. Normally, I would rant about how it negates The Last Jedi, or how mystery boxes have ruined Star Wars, but honestly, I just don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to discuss it over the internet, I don't want to watch videos about it, I don't want to read articles. Maybe that's because Rise of Skywalker didn't leave me like The Last Jedi did, or maybe it's because I feel depleted and tapped out of Star Wars as a franchise. Does anyone else feel this way? Am I alone in this? Because I talked about The Last Jedi for months and months after its release. I share my thoughts about how to even improve it on this channel. I was engaged. Although I wasn't happy about the film or how the story was largely handled, I was a fan, looking for positives, looking for those negatives. The conversation wasn't always healthy, but it was an interesting and engaging one. But now that this 9-film story is over, I'm very much glad it's over, because I feel like they pinched every penny they could from it. And as an audience member, I'm not willing to pay for it again. If they announced a new trilogy tomorrow, my first thought would be, why? It took me through really high highs and very low lows, but by the end of it, I feel like a significant other who just keeps on coming back to a cheating ex. I should know better. Yet I was still excited for this film. I tried to manage my expectations, but I still left that theater with a large meh. I've never felt this way about a Star Wars movie before. I have so many opinions, but I just don't care. Not how could they have done this, or at least this part was amazing. Nothing. No feeling, no reaction. I mean, there was a couple times in the theater where I audibly laughed out loud towards the emotional climax of the film. But even when I went to work the next day, coworkers asked me my thoughts, knowing the shitstorm of opinions I normally have that usually comes their way. I usually get worked up and yell and complain, or I just simply glorify the film. Like after I saw Endgame, I just wanted to talk about it. But honestly, the biggest flaws just kind of seeped out of my mouth, as if they were like a slow pour. I talked about it calmly, as if my soul had been crushed. No emotion whatsoever. Maybe I'm alone here, but I'm gonna put my voice into the void that is YouTube, to see if it sparks some sort of comments or conversation, because I kind of need a support group, because somehow, somewhere down the way, I've lost my love for Star Wars. So, how are you feeling about Star Wars in general? Do you have the same fatigue as me? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you to Adam Gray, Jeremy Jacobs, Jenny Edwards, Jeremy Robson, Gabe Marchanda, Trevor Cowan, Gunnar Legling, Colleen West, Ested Hemzej, Marco Perry, Roland, Aidan McShane, Shalon Hudson, Kieran Hunt, Joris Condon, Brendan Warner, Sweevy, Alex Tal, and Derek B. Bell. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.